Sheen Shots.
Yeah, boy.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Sheen Shots channel. Now, recently I was informed you could get your movement speed up pretty high and outward. And this got me thinking, how much faster could this really make you? Turns out the difference is insane and not all that hard to do. So to show this off best, I will have two clips running at the same time. One with speed increase to a very high amount and another with 0% speed increase. So basically a regular character. No editing was done to either of these clips. This is my actual in-game speed and it's kind of crazy. So is it possible to reach 100% movement speed? Well, technically. Speedster, for whatever reason, increases movement speed but doesn't add the speed to your character stats, which I did think was odd at first. I definitely noticed a difference, but the numbers didn't go up with my alertness level. How do you reach such a high amount of speed anyway? Start off with armor. Jewelbird Mask is a legacy chested version of the Pearlbird Mask. You will get a black Pearlbird Mask that must be once again legacy chested for this item. It offers plus 19% movement speed, which is nearly the highest amount offered in-game by any item or skill. Even wearing just this helmet makes you crazy fast. Next, we have the Barrier Armor. This can be looted from ornate chests in Caldera. It offers 10% additional movement speed. You can legacy this or enchant Tenebrous Armor for the same result, but looks like 10% is as high as we can go for the chest piece. Our boots have to be Master Trader enchanted with Flux. This offers plus 18 movement speed and is nearly as good as the Jewelbird Mask. These are an incredible find in your game and consider carrying them around all the time. Getting places faster is pretty nice, I have to admit. So there's our armor set, but we need skill trees and a faction quest as well. The Soraborian faction quest in Harmattan can be completed and gives you Logistics Expert, which offers plus 5% movement speed. A small amount, I know, but it adds up pretty quickly with our other stats. Taking the Mercenary skill tree in Levant gives us Swiftfoot that grants 10% movement speed bonus. Speedster will also need to be taken for the passive Blitz. Every alertness level grants 5% increase in sprint speed. Since this only affects sprint speed, you don't get a bonus to movement. So when I mentioned Speedster earlier in the video, I was still technically correct. It does increase your speed, but only when you're running. And for our purposes, we'll count it since running is usually what you do for speed anyway. Just be aware that I was never able to reach the number 100% in my stats because this isn't added to it. But still makes you faster, and by 20% when you reach full alertness. Your third skill tree is whatever, doesn't really matter as I don't think any of the rest of them offer more movement speed than we already have. So if all of this added up, we are still missing a bit of speed. Craft Marathon Potions. They grant 15% movement speed. These are easy to make in Caldera as you get the ingredients often, and it adds a lot of speed, so we'll definitely need those. Lastly, we have Kill Streak. For most of this video, I did not actually include the 10% movement speed bonus from the Kill Streak buff, because it's not all that easy to get. You need to have the Weapon Master in New Sirocco. This requires you to build the arena and use a one-handed axe. Getting a kill with Scalp Collector, which you could buy from the Weapon Master, grants the Kill Streak boon. You must actually get a kill with this skill, however. It will not grant the boon with just damage, and I'm not really the biggest fan of its animation. However, 10% movement speed still makes a massive difference even at this high amount of speed. I usually consider the swamp the longest region to walk or run through, as it seems to take forever. But this setup made it nothing. Running from town to town in mere minutes completely changes the game. I will mention that this amount of movement speed is a potential double-edged sword. You'll be thrown off for a bit in combat because anytime you move, you get really far from the enemy very quickly. So it's sort of a new learning curve, but does remove the need to dodge attacks. You're fast enough to just run sideways and avoid most damage. Movement speed is crazy in Outward, especially since a lot of this game has to do with surviving the journey to new regions and caves. This setup removes any need to be in the open world for long, and it's a unique experience for sure. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and comment down below what the highest movement speed you've ever gotten to is. I usually don't play with more than 20%, but man, nearly over 100% is something else. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.